Where are you from? Where you grad? And what was it like growing up?
Kane'ohe boys, 4-4, you already know. Castle High School, spelled with a K. This goes to show you that you can be smart even if you graduated from Castle. Bro, this guy's a piece of shit. Like, you think it's funny to make fun of Hawaiians? Yes, I think it's funny to make fun of Hawaiians. That's why I fucking do it. I think it's funny to poke fun at all this stuff because that's what comedy is, right? It's like I always read and heard that like comedy doesn't have limits. That's what it's there for. The government system is so bad here that a literal fucking comedian from Castle High School is stepping up because nobody else wants to.
Velina mai kako. Welcome to Keep It Aloha, a podcast that keeps aloha by respectfully telling rude people that come to Hawaii to get out. I'm your host Kamaka, and if you didn't buy tickets and attend our live show last week, then get out. I'm just kidding. If you weren't able to attend our live show, it's okay. We will have plenty more in the future. For now, if you do love this podcast and want to support us, head to patreon.com/kamakadias to become a part of our ohana there, or head to keepitaloha.com to buy some merch. Use code KEEPITALOHA to get 10% off of your next order. And if you don't do that, then as I said before, get out. Continuing our Hawaiian word of the day for Mahino Lelo Hawaii, I want to teach you a funny word, aka aka. That is the Hawaiian word for laugh. Aka aka o kenana o I kanamo vikio. I laugh when I watch his videos. And who am I talking about? Let's introduce him. Support for this podcast comes from Texaco in Hawaii, which features 58 convenient locations across the state. Fueling up at Texaco is fast and easy when you use the Texaco mobile app to pay at the pump. The Texaco mobile app is a contactless way to pay for fuel so you can get in and out of the gas station quickly. Fuel your car and fuel yourself. Pick up your favorite local snacks and ice cold drinks at your neighborhood Texaco today. Texaco at Techron, driving performance. Our guest today is a content creator from the island of Oahu. I usually write out a bio, but his bio is way better than anything I could have written. So his bio reads, sometime between the abolishment of the kapu system and when Josh Green became governor, Brahkruz was born. He spent most of his life in Kane'ohe. One day, he made fun of the city and county and told a bunch of haoles at Sandy's Beach to get out. Today, he spends his days waiting on the Hawaiian Homes, doing bad jokes at open mics, and making shirts that may or may not have any meaning at all. His hope is to show others that if some dummeh from the 4-4 can chase dreams, then so can you. Unless your dream is Hawaii becoming independent again. That one is kind of nuts. He is a classic brada, one of my favorite people on social media. I am so stoked to talk stories with him today. His name is, I actually don't even know his real name, but he goes by Brahkruz. Aloha, Brahkruz. Welcome to the Keep It Low podcast. How you doing?
Oh, what's up, bro? That was insane.
That's your bio.
Where did you get that? On
your website.
Oh, is it on there?
I think you have a website.
Yeah, it sounds like something I would have wrote.
You don't even remember it?
I don't even remember that, bro. I was like, wait, that sounds like somewhat familiar. That's
funny.
That pretty much sums it up, though.
Yeah. Do you mind moving your mic a little down? You're in cruise control already.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you little. This so it's not blocking your face. You can look at the monitor right there.
Just go up.
Or you can sit up. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. We want people to see that face. But yeah, I mean, we've met a couple times before, but we never really had a chance to sit down and talk stories. We exchanged messages here and there, social media, and we've always said
Can we show the messages?
No, don't show the messages. I do not want to get canceled, or I don't want people to try to cancel me again. But we have so much to get into, and I know that this is gonna be a really funny, in-depth, and I think we can get serious at some point episode. But before we get into all of that, I just want to get to know you. I already know where you're from, but for the people that don't know you, the first time seeing you, if they've been living under a rock, where are you from, where you grad, and what was it like growing up?
Kane'ohe boys, 4-4, you already know. Castle High School, spelled with a K. This goes to show you that you can be smart even if you graduated from Castle. It took me a long time, and nothing I learned in school helped at all, but it can be done. What was the last word?
And what was it like growing up?
I had a pretty crazy childhood. Not Not really. It's a normal childhood. I don't have any one of those crazy arcs where like the childhood was like Spider-Man or Batman. Yeah, just a normal childhood. My dad worked outer island construction. My mom was a banker. Still the same way now. Pretty much it.
Happily married.
Happily married.
Married.
Yeah,
married.
They're both annoying. If you guys are watching this, like, you know how I feel. But yeah, like
Okay. Siblings.
I have a sister.
Oh, okay.
She's like old. That's James's guardian.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
And that's James is the howler kid in all of your videos.
Yes.
Yeah, I love the content with the both of you.
Dude, he's crazy.
So that's kind of like your nephew.
Yeah, it was like my nephew.
Oh, okay.
Basically. Yeah.
Okay, super cool. So what kind of things were you into growing up?
Let's see. My dad took me to the beach a lot, which is crazy. We just came from Pounders, by the way.
Yeah, I saw your story.
I stopped real quick. I was like, bro, we gotta go. We have to fit this in today. My dad used to take me to Pounders a lot. I used to go to the Hui meetings all the time. My dad was a part of that. We used to go help with the paddleboard races.
Okay.
We used to go to church a lot. Don't really do that anymore. I played like baseball up until like a very low grade and kind of just got over it. Other than that, I mean, yeah, it was pretty normal. I think I did graffiti a lot. That was cool. That was my little thing, my little phase or whatever.
What was that, like high school?
Yeah, like intermediate into high school. Yeah, we're not gonna get too much into that, but it was fun.
Yeah, I don't. Maybe a couple more years where they have that statute of limitation. Yeah. We don't want to expose anything right now. So, what about your name, Brahkruz? Like, so you have a government name, I assume.
Yes.
But what is Brahkruz? How did that come about?
So, it may or may not have anything to do with the graffiti thing. And we'll just leave it at that. But I ended up changing it a bunch of times over the years. When I was making music, it was like the entirety of the word spelled out, Kruise. And then I don't remember when, but I remember like I was going through a bunch of changes of names on Instagram where Cruz was still in there, but like everything else changed. And I think right before I have what it is now, it was like Cruz Bra. And I was like, I don't know, that doesn't like, what if we flipped it? Like in my head, I was thinking like, what if I flipped it? It might like, that sounds a little like it better. And then when I did that, that was around the time where like the city and county videos started to pick up. So I kind of just like, it stuck. And when people started saying it out loud, oh, Brahkruz, like, oh, that's the one. So that was probably like 2 years ago. And then since then.
2022?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's just been stuck.
And you probably thought, oh, Kepa Cruz, that's a sick name. And then you looked it up and somebody already had it.
Wait, what?
You don't know Kepa Cruz?
Who's that?
Actually?
Yeah.
Wait, for real?
Yeah.
You don't know Kepa Cruz?
Who's that?
Coconut Wireless?
I don't know who that is.
No, you're joking.
I don't know who
the Guy Hagi song?
I don't know.
This guy's joking. I don't know if
I'm uncultured sometimes with something.
Kepa Cruz.
I completely don't know what's happening.
Okay, well, I gotta play you a song. I don't know. Hopefully this doesn't get like flagged when we post the whole video.
We do not own any of the rights to the song that is about to be played.
Yeah, they have the Coconut Wireless. They got
maybe I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, if you hear it, Green Bottles.
What does the guy look like?
I actually don't know how he looks like, but these are like super classic songs, like maybe around high school. Cause what year you grad?
2011.
Okay, yeah, I'm 2011 too. So we're about the same age. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can hear this.
Signal coming through. Coconut Wireless. Cause I heard about you through the Coconut Wireless.
I've never heard that. That's crazy.
He has like funny songs.
Oh, like parody music.
Headers and Webbers. Like this.
Cause I heard about you.
I don't know if. Oh, sorry. I got some Spanish ads because my phone's in Spanish.
Pick you up in my pickup truck. We'll flat the tires. So we
never heard of it.
Never.
I'm surprised. I thought like someone like.
God, I'd never heard these.
Wow. Okay, well, check them out. It's just this random band that had some like popular songs in Hawaii.
Yeah.
Like
parody type almost.
Yeah. Dang, I thought for sure you'd know them. That's crazy.
I remember listening to a bunch of like
Maybe it was like
hip-hop
Outer Island.
music.
Maybe it's us Outer
Oh,
Island
the Big
kids.
Island thing.
Yeah, it was a Big
It
Island
could be a
thing.
Big Island
But
thing.
but then they have a song about a guy Hoggy.
Oh, really?
And, yeah. So I don't know.
I don't know.
Okay,
dude.
never mind.
I gotta look that up later.
Yeah,
though.
but yeah. So you're into music. I saw on a couple of your posts that you can spit.
Yeah.
Yeah, hot fire, super hot fire.
Oh, Lord. Yeah, I used to go to a bunch of shows. I used to do shows and like a bunch of
Like ciphers and rap battles.
not rap battles. I've been to one rap battle.
Okay.
And I told the Asian guy, "Does he have rice?" Because the event was sponsored by Just Bone. You know him?
No.
Justin Bone Kanashiro.
No.
And the thing was like got rice was like I think like his brand.
Oh,
almost.
okay.
And then they're like, haha, and I'm like, okay, that's all I got. Like, I don't know.
Dude, one bar. That's all. I'm out.
I wasn't really into the battling stuff. I know like O's and them had those crazy
Mhm.
battles that were cool, but like mine was just I did like hip hop stuff, like music.
Okay.
Thinking about like J. Cole type.
Yeah. We
Hip-hop.
just talked with Aloha last episode.
Oh yeah.
Mahone, and he
Yeah,
said
yeah.
that
Yeah.
you guys knew each other back in the days.
Hip-hop boys. But
Yeah.
that was then. Now I just make some music every now and then when I'm bored.
Hmm.
And then people are like, "Oh, you need to make music again." I'm like, "Probably never, bro." Like, this is that's what I originally did was like music, and then I got into making skits somehow in between then, and then the skit stuff started to like actually get somewhere, and the music wasn't. So now I kind of do music every now and then. So people are just like, "Oh, what's going on?
Mhm.
You do music?" And I'm like, "If you knew, then yeah, you would know. Like this is the original, creative thing that I was into." But nowadays, I just want to make stuff, period. And like sometimes when I get bored of the skits, it'll be music.
Hmm.
Then like the one song of like every 6 months, and then I'll just go back to making skits.
Okay, so whatever feeds your creative soul, basically,
just wanna
however
make
you're
stuff.
feeling. Yeah, because at the core, you're just a creator. You're a creative. You like to share things with the world. When you were young, did you have that as well, or this all came after graduating high school?
I would say that I was a class clown for sure in elementary school.
Checks out.
Yeah. I didn't really in high school. I didn't really go to school. I ditched school a lot. And we just didn't go to school. I remember a teacher was riding through a bike through at Castle. There's this gate where everybody goes through. It connects like these two neighborhoods, but we were sitting in there not doing a thing, and then the teacher's riding his bike through, and he's like, "Just what you guys rather do than go to class? Just sit here?" And I was like, "Yeah, actually, this is what we're enjoying right now, just because like fuck school." But then, yeah, so didn't really go to school, and then like when I got out of school, I didn't really know what I was doing. So this stuff just came like eventually down the line. I wasn't like planning like, oh, one day I'm gonna be a person that makes funny stuff or does jokes or does music or the music thing, yeah. But like all
Mhm.
this stuff now, it's just like I never ever planned on it, but it's cool.
So what was the 10, 11 years like from graduating high school until getting into the content creating? What were you doing?
Just working.
Like what?
The first job I ever got was a classroom cleaner because that was like the first job that hired me because when you
Oh,
first
it's
come
like
out of
like how's this guy? Janitor.
yeah, and now he's a cop.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if we want to get into the police talk right now because I have some words for him. Yeah, I got a few tickets he could probably help me with, but yeah, kind of just working stuff. I did that, did a couple of customer service jobs. Most of the things that I was doing career-wise or work-wise,
Yeah.
I guess, was security
Mm.
because like it paid all right and you didn't do anything for the most
You just
part.
stand around. And you're like, I didn't realize that you're pretty tall. I'm 6 feet and you got like a couple inches on me. So you're like 6'3", maybe 6'2".
Yeah, well, my dad pulled out. He works construction.
Yeah.
Stuff. He the other day when he was in the truck, he tried to weigh the baby or not weigh, measure the baby. So then he was like, "Wait, should I come over here?" And he fucking whips his what is the thing, the measuring tape out
Yeah.
all the way down, and it said, "Oh, right, 6'4", and I was like,
You?
yeah.
Wow.
I always thought I was like 6'3", or the last time I went to like
Yeah.
the doctor measurement was like 6'3", but
Wow, that's great. You never played basketball or football?
no, I wasn't really a sport kid.
Mm.
As you can tell by the build. But I'm
Nice.
actually super fast. Fun fact. One person tried to challenge me to a race and got cooked.
Mm,
It was
mm.
Chris. I don't know if you know Chris.
Was that on video?
Oh, there was that one where this girl challenged me to a race, that
Okay.
dwarf.
I think I remember seeing a
Yeah.
video.
So like I just happened to race I guess that was my boss. Shout out to Chris. Chris, you're
Uh-huh.
slow as fuck. And I was like, bro, this is kind of fun. Like I like racing people. I race James.
Yeah.
I'm like this much faster than him. I was like,
Okay.
bro, if I can outrun you, then like I'm pretty fast because like I'm not that fast. I'm big for my size anyway. But I remember being out. I don't know where we were. Was it Shorefire? And there's this one girl that I knew, and she's like, "Oh, I swear I heard." I was like, "Do you want to race?" I'm like, "Dude, hell yes!"
I've been waiting for
I've
this
been
my
waiting
whole
for
life.
someone to say that sentence to me. So we went in front of Monty's, and yeah, that was the one you probably saw. Was on my story, and I tortured her, and I was like, "That's what you get for being 3 feet." Although, for someone being that small, she was pretty fast too.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah. Quick feet. It was like, you ever see Isaiah Pacheco run? It's like that. It's like
like the pitter patter of like
Yeah.
like a little baby. But yeah, so if anybody wants to race, let me know. Unless you're an athlete, that doesn't count.
I'll race you.
All right, let's race.
I'll probably smoke you though.
No, you won't.
I've
You might.
long strides.
I don't know.
Yeah. I'm a soccer player.
Don't beat me.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I remember my brother would always send me your videos because this is around 2022 when everything was starting to get kind of back to normal post-COVID. 2021 was like we're getting out of it. 2022 was like we could breathe fresh air again. Nobody had to wear a mask. The vaccine stuff was starting to die down and things were feeling a bit more normal. And then the city and county videos started to get super popular. I mean, in Hawaii, we complain about everything. We complain about the potholes. We complain about the road work that's always done at like the worst hours of the day and all of that. And then you just started making these funny videos talking about these things that we were all thinking. And it just blew up. And from that point on, you were just Brahkruz and everybody knew your videos, I feel like.
Yeah, that was crazy. And I think the thing that kind of helped it, or what felt like really took it off, was going on to TikTok, because I didn't really use TikTok that much. But like the way that algorithm works, for sometimes it like hits, sometimes it doesn't, but it did. And I know it was like another part of it was being consistent with it. So like I was trying my best at one point, like to just make it as consistently as possible. But yeah, I mean, we just made fun of things that, yeah, like you said, everybody feels the same way. It's like, it's just true. We're just gonna make fun of it like we always do.
Yeah, well, by doing that, being blunt, being truthful, especially towards our own people, which is the thing I loved about our culture many years ago before the whole sensitive cancel culture started, because we would just tease each other about our differences and whatever, and it was playful. It was funny. That's comedy, and that's what brought people together.
And if you go a little bit back before that, Hawaiian Kingdom was still around.
Yeah. So and now we can get into all the other stuff too, because you've been getting more into like this political space as well. But the content creating side, was this funny videos saying all these things? I'm sure you probably got a lot of hate at some point because, like I said, we live in a very sensitive. I don't know if soft is like the PC. Sensitive,
like
fragile,
the politically correct term to use.
Culture. So when was the first time you noticed that people would like kind of push back towards your videos?
Never. I mean, yeah, like it seemed like the people that didn't like it was very minimal. I don't know if they just kept it to themselves or they just like they didn't want to do that. But like for the most part, like I know there's a lot of people that don't like me for a fact, but I don't give a fuck.
Like you as a person, or just like the content
I think
that you're
nowadays
putting out?
people just take everything at surface level and they see what I do and what I say and they're like, bro, this guy's a piece of shit. Like you think it's funny to make fun of Hawaiians? Yes, I think it's funny to make fun of Hawaiians. That's why I fucking do it. I think it's funny to poke fun at all this stuff because that's what comedy is, right? It's like I always read and heard that like comedy doesn't have, limits. That's what it's there for. Like I wouldn't say, what is the word I'm looking for? I'm not like super negative, but like I feel like the world's pretty shitty. And that's why we poke fun at things, because it's like it is pretty bad, but like let's laugh at it. Like, and like you said, I read that that's what they used to do, right? In Hawaii, it's like everybody had all these different races, or was it? I was watching a comedy special from Frank De Lima,
Okay.
and he was like, "Yeah, that's how we used to get along. That's how people like were able to deal with each other, just make fun of each other, because it's like at the end of the day, it's not something serious." And yeah, so I mean. I've had a few people that have said like, you know, here and there, the comments like, oh, you're some dumb fucko, or somebody made like a kill Brahkruz page. I'm just like, yeah, you're not gonna.
That's
Like,
crazy.
this is what I tell people. Like, if you're gonna have an opinion like that, such a strong opinion, fucking do it from your real page, bro. If you're a big tough guy, I'm not gonna fight you either way. If you're a small dude, I'm not gonna fight you regardless. Like, I don't have time for that kind of shit. Nobody has time for that kind of shit. And you shouldn't let something that you see on somebody's fucking Instagram page get you that emotionally, like, you know what I mean, affected. So, I don't know, man.
Well, yeah, it seems like you have a really good armor on. Like, things just bounce right off of you.
Yeah, that's what I mean, at the end of the day, like, this is for anybody too. Bro, these people you're never going to see these people ever. Chances are you're never going to see this person in real life, period. So why let this dumbass person on whatever it is that you're on and let their opinion, like, affect you?
Yeah, just ruin the rest of your day or week.
Because I've seen it before. Like, my family, I've seen, like, yeah, like, people close to me do the same thing. And I'm like, bro, who even is that? Oh, I don't know. Okay, then why are you getting so
yeah? Why does their opinion matter?
Yeah, like that person isn't like around you, doesn't have anything to do with you. So then just think about that for a second and try to like understand that doesn't affect you at all. Only if you let it. So it's just like that's how I think. Like I really don't care.
So how do you feel about like the climate that we're in with the Hawaiian movements, all the like. We're all insecure about something, about being poly, about living here, not being able to afford. There's things that you poke fun at, which I think is super funny. But there are people who have like real trauma and are really affected. And while we're laughing, like, ha ha ha, they're just like the Arthur hand, you know, the fist, just like that.
God damn it.
Yeah. Like, do you feel any sympathy towards them?
I mean, I do, and I kind of don't, because at the end of the day, like, yeah, it might be bad, but like that's the point of the jokes. That's the point of the comedy, is to give you that like little like break of seriousness, because like, yeah, it's serious, and that's not funny, and all this shit we talk about isn't funny. It's serious because it's happening, but like, you know what I mean? If you just are so serious without like a break in it, how is that going to affect you mentally and spiritually or whatever, you know? You're probably going to be like super negative. So why not just try to laugh at it? And that's just kind of my thing on it. Cause like, I mean, I don't have crazy traumas that I have. I mean, like there's some here and there stuff, whatever. Everybody has their problems. But I feel like if you could just take a look at it and kind of just laugh at it, it kind of gives you like a breathe, like a breath, you know what I mean? So you're not just so like, handshaky about it.
I think a bunch of things can be true at the same time, where yes, that's offensive, but yes, it's also funny. And like that's how I see it. Like even if it's about me, like when I had all that hate stuff, like you can make a joke about me, like, oh, Kamaka's cancer. I'm like, yeah, I am. Like it's funny. Like I'm not gonna get offended by it, because like that's what happened. It was funny to me. It didn't affect me. I was like, these people are so insecure. and you even made a funny video. Wait, did you make a video? Were you already making that video, or did you make a video because of the video that we posted?
No, yeah, I made it like as like a satire.
Oh, nice.
And then people thought I was serious.
Yeah. Somebody sent it to me, or I think my mom sent it to me. I'm like, oh no, that's my friend. I was like, no, it's a joke. And she's like, oh, okay.
Well, see, and that's the thing too. Like you need to know. Because if not, like
context.
With the way that like TikTok works, especially like people are coming across it. I have a bunch of people on there talking.
TikTok is the most toxic.
They come across it and all they hear is, "Yeah, you don't even need to be fucking Hawaiian, bro. Just have a chain." They're like, "How dare you do that about our people?" And I'm like, "Bro, what?"
Yes.
But yeah, that's like what I said. It's how you perceive things. Like,
but also just don't take it seriously, and also. Who cares what somebody else says, especially if you don't know them? They're like people making videos about me. They're like, this guy, like who even is this guy? I'm like, who even is this guy? You're making a whole video about me, and you say, who is this guy? I know. And that's why I was like, man, the irony of all of this.
But that's just
that's social media.
The social media fucking thing is just, it's insane. And that's why I try to tell people too, like people try to, I mean, I get it, like people know me. They try to make me out like, oh, like a celebrity or whatever. I'm like, bro, I'm just a fucking dummy from the 4-4, like literally, that just happened to have people that listen to me. That's it. You could be that too. He could be that. The guy outside downstairs that I just saw that's hiding me coming up here could be that.
Do you feel pressure or an obligation in any way to, I don't know, promote the culture in a certain way because of your platform?
Nope.
No.
Because I have nobody that tells me what I need to do.
Mm-hmm.
But I do feel like personally, that's why I try to like, a lot of kids watch my stuff. And it's hard because like, I'm not going to stop doing the stuff I do or saying the shit I say, even though it might not be kid friendly. But first of all, you're in the 4th grade. How the fuck do you have a phone? And why are you on Instagram and TikTok?
Mm-hmm.
That's my question, first of all. But secondly, like, I do feel like partially it's kind of like I try to at least put the message out there where there's something positive. Like, yeah, I might be saying a bunch of dumb shit, but let that be like oh, you could also do this too. But like, you know, not try to promote too many crazy negative things to these kids. Cause that, like, when I started to realize, like, I'm like, oh shit. Like, this is all kids that like mainly look up to me kind. So I want to give them something positive to walk away with, not just laugh at people.
Yeah, but I think it comes down to trying to understand somebody too, and where their heart is, and what the context of their message is. Because if you've been following your content, and I don't know if you even get a chance to know him, like, you can tell it's all jokes. Like, it's really just local bradas just poking fun at each other. That's really what it seems like. That's how it comes off to me. But a lot of times people, it's like how I view it when people are offended by things, and you're not even talking to a certain person. Like, you're saying, all you have to have is a gold chain and you're not Hawaiian. And then anybody just wants to like jump into that and be like, that's directed directly at me. It's like, to me, I'm just like trying to like go target practice, shoot at a target and not even moving, and people are just jumping in front of the bullets. I'm like, you're purposefully jumping in front of the bullets. I'm not even aiming at you. That's how I feel like that's the people who get offended. It's like they're
putting themselves
putting
in that.
Yeah.
Well, that, like you said, you said the current climate, and you know, that's how it is. It's
yeah.
Like,
do you think it'll ever change? Do you think where we're like so far gone?
You tell me. I think we're fucked. Well, we're not, because we come from a generation that. You ever been on an Xbox Live game chat back in the day, bro? That shit would get people arrested today.
You ever felt the frustration of trying to start your N64 and your game doesn't start, so you have to keep taking it out. You got to blow on it.
Blow the cartridge, my guy.
Do it again. Press the reset. Doesn't work. Do it again. Or even TVs, where it gets all blurry and you have to go and try to adjust the thing from the back and like hit it.
But now these kids have iPhone 15s and TikToks.
They don't know the struggle.
Wow, we're old.
Yeah.
Fuck.
30s.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you feel being 30?
Still alive.
Yeah. Still kicking.
Just being alive for now, I guess. It's cool. We'll see how the world goes.
Yeah, I'm a little worried about. I started to see it in my little brother. He's 21. Like, growing up, like, just the difference between my siblings that were raised like around my age, and then him, he's like 8 or 9 years younger than me. Just like the difference of like how easier they had it. Like, they didn't have to do as much chores, or they were able to just stay home and play video games, where we also had to do sports and be outside and whatever. But then they were just allowed to just be lazy and like stay indoors and just play video games all day, where I'm just like, I wasn't allowed to play video games until I did this.
We had the whole checklist first.
Yeah, exactly. And then you know, bedtime, and I had to get my Game Boy, and then I have to put the ring light just to go under my blanket to pretend like I'm already sleeping, but I had that little light just to so I could play Pokemon a little longer.
Back when games didn't have fucking lights in the screen.
Yeah. But you think how we talk about like, oh yeah, our generation was so hard, like our uncles and aunties and parents and grandparents, when they see us, they're like, oh yeah, you guys got it so easy.
I think maybe compared to them, we might have. And just like how that happened, the generation below us,
it's a constant cycle
to get easier and easier.
Yeah.
Do whatever you want.
Maybe just because as we advance as a society, things just get more convenient.
Could be, yeah. There's a lot more things around now to make things easier than there were. Like,
and then we compare like our maybe great grandparents were like, oh, we had to get water from a well, and then now our parents are like, oh, we had to catchment, and then we're like, okay,
I got a fridge, water that fucking dispenses out of it.
yeah, exactly. And then it just gets easier and easier for the next generation, which I think breeds a generation of softness in a sense, where they don't have to work as hard to get things.
Because everything's like way more accessible.
Yeah, and like for example, if you were hungry, you still had to like go, and even if you're getting fast food, you still have to go through a drive-through. Whereas now we have Uber Eats, we have
or encyclopedias.
What is
I hated those.
Oh yeah, like looking up something. Yeah.
Now you can just be like, oh, you're not right. Boom. Fingertips, the fucking information of the world.
Yeah, in my Hawaiian immersion school, when we didn't know a Hawaiian word because we only had to speak Hawaiian, our teachers would make us go to the Hawaiian dictionary and look up the word or something. Now you can just Google it. Yeah.
Vehe.org.
Yeah.
What does mahu mean?
Yeah. Well,
keep calling me.
What are your thoughts about the 17 new genders these days? You can plead the fifth.
Did you see the video I just posted of Bava at like the doctors?
No.
He's sitting in the seat and I'm like, Bava, pick one. And it was the list of fucking genders, bro. I saw somebody interview someone, or somebody sent me a video where they interviewed a girl and she's like, oh, I'm a demi boy.
What is that?
It's a fucking like, what was
like half boy?
Basically like I think it's I don't know if this is correct, but it's either a boy that like thinks partially like a girl, or a girl that thinks partially like a boy. It's like basically like a half boy. And I was just like, all right, I can make stuff up too.
Yeah.
I'm Brahkruz, the dragon from Kane'ohe.
I identify as a dragon.
Identify as a bamboo stick.
Yeah. Oh, I saw that thing about menstrual items being put in boys' bathrooms.
You saw my boy Diamond Garcia.
Yeah. What's
talk that shit in the courthouse.
That was a real thing?
Yeah.
And it went through?
Okay. The entirety of the bill, I don't know too much, but basically it's making products like that more accessible to women. That's the entirety of it.
But why is it in a men's bathroom?
I don't know what covered the exact thing to make that happen, but like it sounds like the entirety of the bill is in the right place, I think, in my opinion. But that thing, I don't know what specific part of it made that happen, because as far as I know, that's the only men's bathroom with that. I saw that there's a Ma'i movement.
Okay, yeah.
There's an Instagram of them trying to push for
it's a nonprofit
affordable stuff for the kind, women or whatever. But like Diamond Garcia said in his thing, why don't we put shavers in the men's bathroom?
Yeah, well, because men don't menstruate.
Yeah, as the guy said, the next guy. I'm lucky I don't remember his name. I'd call him out right now. One of the senators. He said that. He went after. You saw that, right?
Yeah.
Right? Well, that's because men don't menstruate. Wow. But you just fucking Google that on your phone? Bro.
It really trips me out, the things I see on social media. I'm not on it as much as how I appear, because I post a lot.
Yeah.
But I don't follow too much. I only see clips here and there of people, but I don't dive into it. Like, I don't care enough to really just like spend 30 minutes of my day to.
It's funny you say that, because that's what I do that too. Mm-hmm. Like, I post my shit, I get the fuck out of there, because what you do is, and this is what everybody does, especially you, James, you get stuck in the scroll loop. This one thing leads to another, Next thing you know, 3 hours have passed and you haven't done shit with your life in that one day that you could have done anything else, literally.
Yeah.
But sometimes those things catch my attention, or like that's like how people that's how I feel like people like us, this generation, gets their information is from social media. No one's watching the news. We're watching news clips on social media. Yeah. So yeah, I kind of looked into that. Plus Diamond Garcia, now I follow him too, so I kind of pay attention to what they're doing, because Republicans, baby.
Well, the thing is, you can curate your feed to see what you want. If you want to follow Democratic movements, then that's what you do. If you follow Republican movements, you want to see negative stuff, you follow negative things. You follow positive stuff, you follow positive.
What I've been noticing lately is that like my actual Instagram feed isn't anyone I'm following. It's like a bunch of like paid advertisements.
Oh yeah, I see it pops up.
But then, like I said, the main thing is just stay off of social media. Like, it's better to go read like a Civil Beat article or something than to get stuck in that shit. And then you go into the comments and you see everybody with their fucking I don't know, political science degrees, and they're very smart brains
Yeah, yeah,
in the
yeah.
comment section. Very smart brains.
Yeah, very, very smart brains.
Very.
They know everything. Yeah. Those you can't argue with idiots because you're always gonna lose. That's what I tell myself.
Yeah.
When I want to respond to somebody, I'm like, no. Even if they're right, even if
So
or even if I think they're wrong, it's
I
fine.
have a perfect story for that. This guy the other day tagged me in a thing telling this dude to get out. It was in reference to the bill that Brendan All was trying to pass, SB 2617. I already remember it because I've been reading it so much.
Yeah.
He was basically saying like they shouldn't be banning people, and I was like, bro, what are you talking about? So I go look on his page, and he has a Free Palestine shirt. But then he's telling me in the comments like, I'm gonna stay here in Hawaii if I want to stay here, and I'm like, do you not understand how ironic that is? He's like, I'm wearing this shirt to support the, anti-Israel and like the kids are getting killed. But I'm like, but you know, like what the whole thing is, right? Because like you're telling me you're gonna stay here no matter what, but you have that shirt on, and that doesn't make sense to me.
Mm.
And he didn't get it, and I was like, oh, you're just an idiot. Sorry. And I was just like, I'm just gonna stop commenting now. You could have just said from the beginning you're dumb. I would have just, all right, fine.
Yeah,
But
yeah. Did you ever had a point where like you got like say you thought you were super right and somebody actually brings up a good point and you're like, that's actually a good point?
No. I don't really try to make too many points. I don't try to get into those comments. That one just pissed me off. I was like, bro, shut up. Yeah, I try my best not to get into that stuff because like there's no, even if you're right, it doesn't matter. Like it goes back to the point where I was saying like, this person doesn't know you. You don't know this person. Just fucking, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
Like I'm like almost 99% of the time that it's not worth getting into those comment battles because I see them. I laugh at that shit.
Yeah, it's like seeing drama from afar. You don't want to be part of the drama.
Yeah, like you don't need to watch soap operas on TV anymore. You can just go into the Instagram comments of Hungry Hawaiian.
Yeah, yeah. Crazy stuff. So I see that you've been kind of evolving in a sense on your social media, a little bit more serious topics, but still with your own humor. Like the girl who did that video, you made a response to her about like, I can't remember what it was. It was on your TikTok and Instagram. It was just like you talking to the video about like responding to a video.
Was it the hippie one that was doing the thing in the Big Island?
I think so.
Yeah, she was charging like $5,000 for like a retreat.
Yeah, that, and then it was like, and then the same style of videos. It was like a bunch of different topics.
Oh yeah.
Like I don't know. I can't remember what it exactly was, but
there was the other one was those two. I got it wrong when I called them real estate agents, realtors. I don't know, something like that. But yeah,
but so I saw that and I was like, oh wow, you just kind of like switching it up on us, getting like kind of serious. But that video did really well and people really liked it. Is haole racist? How to stay in Hawaii? Priced out of paradise? Those ones. Yeah. So what made you want to just like do that?
I really don't know.
Kuleana.
Oh fuck me! Like that lady told me, it's my responsibility.
He's having a change of heart. He's feeling the Ali'is and the Aumakuas enter him.
Okay, well I did go to Makua Cave. Things could have changed after that. Did you see that shit?
No.
We went to Makua Cave at 3 a.m, dude. In Makua Cave.
And what happened?
Nothing.
That's what you think.
Life's been good since then. Maybe even better. Shout out to the shark god for supporting my career. I just kind of like coming into this year, I'm like, bro, okay, we've been making fun of stuff. And this is what I tell people all the time. We've been making fun of the politics stuff. Back when BJ Penn and Kane'ohe and Josh Green were all running for shit, I made fun of all of them because that's what we do. It's equality out here. But then like we've been making fun of the stuff forever now. And like there are things where we just genuinely are just poking fun, like the city and county stuff. Then there's more serious stuff that we make fun of and we get at. But then like coming into this year, I was like, I do want to start doing different stuff. What that was, I didn't know. I don't know if we're gonna do like, I wanted to try to do like more long form content somehow.
Oh yeah, you did that like podcast kind of thing.
Yeah, but then like for those two, it's not like something like this, like where it was more just me interviewing people that I knew and like just seeing if we can get interesting conversations out of like a person that you wouldn't ever normally hear from. But then Something I decided to go down to the Onipa'a March, and that's kind of what like clicked on fully for me. It was talking to Son of Oahu, talking to Emma Moonkind Things, yes, talking to Ka'ikena, Ika Akamai, all of those people. Talking to Daniel Anthony, talking to the ProAx guy. Sorry, bro, I forgot your name. But shout out to your lights. They light me up. And kind of just because that was the first time that I ever got, I guess I would say, like around anything like that, where it's like a bunch of Hawaiians doing that kind of stuff, being a part of that. And just hearing it and seeing it like firsthand, I was like, oh, like coming from someone that doesn't really, I'm not like a part of that like roots movement. I do support Hawaiians. I am Hawaiian, but like I'm not that deep in the trenches with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, just seeing it and hearing it, I was like, wow, this is kind of nuts. And then that kind of spurred into like okay, let's maybe do this, and then like let's get more fucking serious with this type of stuff. And then since then, that's kind of been like my focus now. I know we're not talking about the politics thing yet, but that's kind of like all that kind of just coincided with that, and then like that's where we are now. So like you might get me at the state capitol giving a testimony. You might get me memeing somebody at Moani's drunk on the ground.
He does it all.
It literally, that's why, yeah, like you saw that one, and then what was the next post? A fucking girl hitting a Quan inside the room.
Never let him know your next move.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Well, I thought it was really cool because it showed that you were diverse and that you also have a different side to you, and you're also trying to use your platform for something else. Even though I already enjoy your content, I feel like you're able to reach a different type of audience and just show people a different side of you, which is cool because I even saw Aloha Mahone, he commented on one of your posts like, oh, I love the evolution, bro. Like it's cool because you can only do something for so long before it starts to get monotonous. And like even me talking about Hawaiian this, Hawaiian that, what it's like to be Hawaiian. Do you feel insecure about being like, I get it. We're all insecure.
Like 2% Hawaiian.
So like even in this podcast, like that's why I'm just recently I just been getting people who I just want to talk to. I'm just like, I don't need to get into all these like crazy deep sovereign things, which is important, but but like like you, like I'm not super like roots like that. Like yes, I speak Hawaiian, yes, I was raised with Hawaiian culture, and I support every single Hawaiian out there. Well, I'm gonna give you that one of those once we oh my god, yeah, he pa'ani kaleka kila, that's a card game. But yeah, it's cool. Like I saw that you've been learning Hawaiian a little bit with your son and your honey girl. So I think that's super cool. But yeah, well, what I was saying is just like it's cool to just like kind of you don't have to change, but evolve and like add to your repertoire, and like you can always go back to whatever you're doing before. So I support what you're doing, and I support all the content that you're doing. So that's why I'm a big fan. But there are a lot of people that just need somebody to tell them what to do, is what I realize. Like they need to be inspired. They just need an extra push to be like, hey, you should learn Hawaiian, or you should care about this.
Yep.
Where I understand that that's important to have extra motivation, but to me, I'm still in the the side of like, you gotta do it's a personal journey. Like,
yeah, people can tell you as many things as they want, but like it comes down to you.
Are you gonna do it? Are you gonna put in the work? Are you gonna stop making excuses? Are you gonna do the work so that you can fight your insecurities? Maybe they don't go away, but you accept them. I think that's the journey that I've been on. Like I say I'm not insecure about anything anymore, but I still get insecure.
You just go through
it,
right?
But then I've accepted it. Like, I wish I looked more Hawaiian. I wish I was tanner, but I'm this is me. This is who I am.
I sometimes wish I was whiter.
Sometimes I wish my middle name was James Cook.
Oh my god.
Clip that. Let's put that on the trailer.
Can we slap the wig on? and a sword. It's spinning in.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I say that because, like, even in that clip where it was the 100th episode, Jordan was like, "Oh, did you guys know Kamaka's not Hawaiian?" And I just played along. I'm like, "Yeah, I'm not Hawaiian. I just speak Hawaiian." And of course, I'm joking. And like, I didn't care if people thought I was Hawaiian or not. That's why I posted it. Because I was like, whatever you think, it doesn't matter. I know the truth. Exactly. I know who I am. And it was crazy because I was like, I wonder if people are going to treat me differently when they hear that I am not Hawaiian.
Which leads me to the next part that we're going to clip right here. I knew you weren't Hawaiian, which is why I came onto this podcast to tell you that I'm also not Hawaiian.
So we're both not Hawaiian, and the truth comes out. And we talk about all these Hawaiian things.
Well, yeah, because we can.
Because that's what we were taught by James Cook and our ancestors.
My question is, what are they going to do? Is throw us off the pulley? Listen, the Heiau and North Shore is shut down. No one's sacrificing me on that. Okay.
Well, after our fire dancing routine at the North Shore, then we'll go.
The Eva Bird dance?
And yeah, we'll take some pork to the other side of the pali so we could barbecue on our hibachi.
Aye.
Ew.
Fuck. That one right there, that's going to be the capital.
This is going to be a clip. I love it. Yeah.
Sign me up.
We're joking, people. We are joking.
Wait, clip it right before he says that, though.
That's what comedy is. It doesn't have to be all serious all the time.
That was a great improv.
Yeah. I think people see this podcast as more of a serious podcast. But yeah, we crack jokes all the time. It's because we get deep and talk about serious conversations. But a lot of times, like, as you notice, like before these cameras are rolling, and the guests would know, like, we just talk crap when the cameras are rolling, and that's what I enjoy.
Hold on, Josh Green's calling.
Oh, I thought you actually had a phone call.
Yeah, no, he's saying that we're gonna put more money towards the rail.
I've met Josh Green a couple times, and he's a nice guy.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
have fun telling that to the rest of the population.
So I compartmentalize a lot of things, and I think, like I said before, two things can be true at once. You can be a nice guy, that's subjective. And you can be terrible at your job. And so that's how I saw Ige, is that Ige, he seems like a really nice guy. Like, he's this old Japanese guy. Like,
can you do the voice?
No, I cannot.
I can't either.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna try. But like, I can just tell, like, he wasn't a good fit for that job. And he just, like, he couldn't handle the pressure. But like, when I looked at him, I was like, he seems like a nice old man.
That's probably why all these politicians keep getting voted in, because people think the same thing. Oh, this guy looks nice, let's vote for him.
Yeah. And I mean, just like the presidency, I think I know there are people pulling strings. These people are just the puppets,
But that being said, Josh Green, if you would ever like to race, you could bring your scrubs or that Aloha shirt that you love to wear all the time. Bring your whiteboard for somebody to keep track of the data, because you're about to get cooked. Okay, that's all I have.
I'm in contact with his director or whatever of communications, because we tried to get him on the podcast a couple of times. And before the Maui fires, we almost planned it, but then that happened. And then I think we're planning for like later in the year, like July through September or something. Maybe
you could catch him the next time that those guys go do a march up there, because he's going to be at the front of it acting like he actually gives a shit.
Yeah. Maybe. So I'm excited to talk with him, because yes, we're judgmental by human nature, and I judge people all the time. I just don't say it out loud.
I just have one request. When he gets on your show, you need to ask whether or not he'd beat me in a race.
Okay, no, we're good. We'll clip that and we'll send it to him. I'll send it to I'll text it to her.
I'll wear scrubs too.
Yeah,
let me know.
That would be funny. It's like, hey, let's settle it. If you're cut out to be governor, race Brahkruz.
Oh my God,
What if the gubernatorial election was just like something physical, like a 40-yard dash, NFL athletic combine? Oh, BJ Penn would have won. BJ Penn would be governor right now.
Sure about that?
I mean, yeah.
Are you sure about that?
Josh Green probably got some dad strength.
Nah. He just thinks, well, under dumb, it's fine. It's okay. I'd probably give the same type of speech if I went back to Castle and they're like, oh, talk. I'm like, bro, nobody barely, like, there was like a bunch of people that repeated in my class. But yeah, and then I would just walk off like that. I don't know what they want me to tell you.
I love it all. I love how honest and open you are. And I think that's fine, because that's totally your opinion. Like, I wouldn't say these things out loud. Like, maybe if the cameras weren't rolling, I would. But I try to be very neutral in all because of the position that I am in. So, and I just try to understand, because like I didn't vote for Josh Green. I'm not a fan of Hawaii being a super blue state. I'm not Republican or Democrat.
Bunch of Smurfs.
But yeah, but I just want to try to understand people. So that's why I would like to talk to him, even though people don't like the guy, because I want to know like who he is as a person outside of being a governor, and then I can have my own opinion. When you sit down with somebody for 2 hours, you really get to know a person.
Yeah, get to formulate.
Yeah, so I think that would be really cool to talk with him, and maybe at the end of the podcast, I'll just be like, "Wow, that guy was fake," and I agree with everybody.
Just tweet, yeah.
But yeah, I just refuse. Threads. I'm gonna threads it. Is that still going? But yeah, I just think I try not to judge people or have like a complete opinion on somebody until I'm able to like talk with them and actually see them in person.
Well, it's got to be one of us that does that, because it's fucking not me.
And that's fine. Everybody got their roles.
Yep, there you go.
And then this is my role as like a moderator, a neutral, and then this is yours as like somebody who just can be very opinion. Yeah, and I think that's fine, and I think that's what people should realize is like, cool. Somebody has a different opinion than you. Awesome.
Well, people need to just understand.
Yeah,
it's opinions at the end of the day. And
yes,
it doesn't matter. People are gonna have that regardless.
Yeah, people are gonna be listening to this and they'll be like,
formulating their opinions.
That guy Brahkruz just hates all that. Like,
he's a fucking anti-Hawaiian piece of shit.
Yeah, well, go talk to him and see.
I'm not anti-Hawaiian.
Yeah. No, we're not anti-Hawaiian. We just hate Hawaiians. That's different.
What the fuck did you just say, bro? Oh my god. Yeah, you got it right.
I'm just joking. Again, jokes, people. Jokes. We're Hawaiian. And like Frank De Lima said, he can make all these jokes because he was like half of all those things he was teasing. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's if you are that ethnicity, you have a pass to tease that ethnicity.
Basically,
I stand by that.
I've had people tell me like, "Oh, that's funny," and I see the same people drilling white people for doing it. They're like, "Bro, you can't do that." So I think, that's kind of how it is.
Yeah,
for the most part. But then like Hawaii too, it's like mixed here. No one's fucking 100% Canucks.
Yeah.
And if you are, something's fucking wrong with you, bro. Because how many generations have went down?
Yeah,
we're
watered down.
Related. If that's the case, you're one of those special breeds.
Yeah.
One of those Ni'ihau breeds, or
yeah,
I don't know.
Whatever. Yeah, it's funny. Jordan mentioned this topic before when we would talk. What was it? About dang it just slipped my mind. But I wish he didn't have his headphones on so he could help me.
Jordan.
I was gonna bring up something that you talk about. What were we just talking about? Hawaiians.
How I love Hawaiians and you don't.
Yeah. Dang it, I can't remember. Clip. Kamaka. That's the title. Kamaka. Also, the Keep It Aloha podcast. Hate Hawaiians.
That's a 1 million view video right there. Wait,
Dang
what was it?
I don't know. But you know what we can do is we'll take a quick shishi break, and then I can think about it, and we'll come back because I have a game that I want to play with you called Gas or Pass.
We're gonna gaslight each other.
No. That's not what gas or pass means.
Okay.
Like, gas like something cool, like, oh, that's gas.
Oh, okay.
And then pass, you don't like it. But I'm going to rename it something just for you. Okay, so we'll be right back. Are you looking for a game that's guaranteed to make you laugh at your next party? You need to check out Moat Gabs, the newest card game designed right here in Hawaii for locals by locals. Race against the clock as you read seemingly random phrases that sound like gibberish at first, like Pio Gold Mango, or heat wood go, or something like male lay cow liki maka, until you figure out the local phrase. Mele kaliki maka, Eddie would go, and pickle mango. Each card has phrases that could be a person, place, or thing, but any local should know them. They just might not understand it at first. Moat Gabs, the fun kind game where you read the gibberish out loud to decode the local phrase. Immerse yourself in the underwater wonders of Hawaii's marine life with Hawaii Ocean Charter's hands-on guided snorkeling tours. Whether it's your first time falling in love with Waikiki or you're rediscovering its beauty just like me, there is no better way to see it than from the ocean. Personally, it was one of the best things I have done this year. I got to snorkel with some turtles and fishes, and I was able to catch the coolest sunset over the water. Conveniently located in Kaka'ako with online booking and live availability, finding the perfect day on the water couldn't be easier with them. Ride in style on their unique and well cared for power catamaran that offers all the amenities you need. Locally owned and operated, their friendly crew lives for sharing their love for the ocean with others. Sunset cruises, guided snorkeling tours, whale and dolphin watching, coastal sightseeing, and fireworks shows are among the tours their guests love the most. Use code KIA50 to get $50 off of your next charter. And we're back from a quick shishi break. Thank you
Demi
to
boys.
them for... Thank you to the Demi boys.
Demi girls.
And the Demi girls for supporting this podcast. Gosh, I'm gonna get some hate. No, we don't restart it. This is raw. It's authentic. Yes.
Keep it aloha.
If if you're offended, I am so sorry, but I don't take back anything of what we're saying. All right, so let's get into this new segment. I mean, it's not a new segment, but it's the first time we're doing it this year, called Gas or Pass, presented by Texco in Hawaii. But because we have a special guest, I'm renaming it Gas or Get Out. Okay? And with our special guest, Brahkruz. Okay? So how it works is this: if you like it, it's gas. If you don't like it, it's a pass, which means get out.
Okay.
So I need you to say gas or get out.
Get out.
First one, we'll start easy. Josh Green.
Get out.
Lifted Yodas.
Get out.
Bill. Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh, okay. I didn't expect that. Okay. Gold chains.
Gas.
Bill 2617.
Gas.
Brent-
Support.
Brenton Awa.
Gas. I guys thought.
Ikaika Aloha.
Gas.
Crocs.
Gas.
Sports mode Crocs.
Gas.
Pickle mango.
Pass.
Really?
Yeah. My
Get
sister
out.
hates those.
Okay.
Oh yeah, get out. Get out.
All right. Micah Banks.
Get out with those no gravies.
Okay, next one. Gravy.
I would say gas.
Gas. Okay. I went on Instagram Live to get some suggestions from people. So
Oh, here we go.
I got one from Aloha_Pohaku. Ketchup on eggs.
Gas.
That dude Trev says ketchup on rice.
Haole. Get out.
Sean_Honolulu Nato.
What's that?
You know, like that Japanese thing, like it's like gooey and yellow.
out.
Okay, yeah. Trust me, just get out. You don't want to know. Ayo_Vargas, slippers with socks.
I'm not that Polynesian. Get out.
That dude Trev, Valentine's.
Gas? Because Captain Cook got murked that day anyway. So a celebration.
True. Mindfulness podcast, Giovanni's shrimp truck.
Gas.
Ikaika Aloha, chains.
Gas. Shout out to my boy.
Kalo.
Gas.
It's Drew F. Spam.
Gas.
Saitadon high vis shirts. High
Yes.
vis shirts.
Stay in Kona, Saladon.
Kamakani au kai kaupena akamakani.
Ew.
You know what it is?
No. I thought you were saying a chant.
That's their name. Kahiko, like the hula style. It's like the more traditional one.
Like the one that girl was doing at the time.
No, I don't know
Gas.
what that was. Okay, awana, which is like the more modern and fly one ukulele.
Water down. Just getting gas.
Okay, let's see. Honda Fit.
Honda Fit?
Yeah,
Get out.
that's what he drives.
He's like deleting all his clips right now.
People that take pictures of their food and post it to social media.
Get out.
They have to finish that. Social media trolls.
Get out.
Turtlenecks.
Wait, I am one of those. A turtleneck.
That-
Get out.
Haoles.
Politically speaking, I think that all people deserve fairness and equality. If you're asking me, like, as for my opinion, outside of that, get out.
BJ Penn.
Sorry, the CTE was affecting me. Gas.
We love you, BJ.
Love you, BJ.
Maoli.
Maole? That's the country guy, right?
Yes.
The guy that does country?
Yeah.
The country artist?
Yeah.
Get out.
I love country. Moanis.
Gas. Eat the cheesecake there. That's good.
Yeah, that's apparently. Electric vehicles.
Gas? Oh, wait. Not gassed.
That's a trick question.
Which is get out.
Hybrid trucks. Half gas,
Half gas. Half gas?
All right. Wow, we went to that really quickly. You killed it on that one.
Was that supposed to last longer?
Oh no, I just had a lot though. We went to that really quickly.
Oh.
People who say they got a podcast. It's like, oh hey, what's up? What are you doing? Oh, I have a podcast.
Get out.
Okay. What about people who do yoga?
Get out. Actually, I mean, I heard yoga can be like beneficial.
Yeah, yoga's good.
I don't.
Gym selfies.
Oh God. See, Diesels, knock that shit off. We know you're big. I'll have to post about it every day. Gas.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm pretty much out, but
Can I ask you things?
oh, you can ask me.
Can we
Yeah,
do this
okay.
game for you?
Yeah, sounds good. Okay.
Gas or get out with Kane'ohe and Brahkruz. Kane'ohe graduates.
I want to say pass, but I see Elimale McFarlane standing right next to me, and I just saw her recently. So just because of her, she's carrying the whole entire Buff and Blues. Gas.
Drug use at Kamehameha schools.
Get out.
Thank you. Democrats.
Get the bad ones. Get out. Joe Biden. Get out. I can say that.
Hey.
Joe Biden. If you're over 80 years old, get out.
Republicans.
The rude ones, and also if you're over 80 years old, get out.
Brenton Awa.
Gas. Straight. Just
Brenton
on the pedal.
Brenton Awa while drinking kava.
That sounds fun. Gas.
Brenton Awa while drinking kava while summoning Pele from lava.
Hot fire. Gas.
Foodland Pokeballs.
Gas. I usually get those.
K-Bay Pokeballs? K-Bay Bros?
I've never been there, but I saw somebody post about it, and I heard it's gas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Lifted forerunners.
Pass.
Police officers.
Is this a trick question? Wait. So if I pass, am I liberal? And if I gas, am I?
If you pass, you might get pulled over and ticketed.
Gas, so I don't get pulled over and ticketed.
Former police chief Aloha.
Pass because he doesn't keep it aloha.
Well, he did, kind of, when he blew his uncle's mailbox up with a bat.
That's
Jordan's hat.
Jordan's hat?
Yes.
Wata boy? That's gas. I am gas. Not Jordan, pass. That's get out. Yeah. But Wata boy, gas.
Hawaiian independency.
Gas.
Hawaiian statehood.
If we had a choice, pass. I think people do forget the benefits that we have being part of America, though. So I just want to make sure people know that. But if we could go back in time and it would never have happened, then pass.
Final question. Dating a Jewish girl.
What? I don't know. I don't think I know any Jewish people, to be honest.
Josh Green is one.
Oh gosh.
Probably, maybe. I don't know. That's what I heard through the wire.
If she was attractive and had a nice soul and was kind, gas. I'm the keep it aloha guy.
I love that criteria. As long as she has a beautiful, innocent soul, then I'm all for it. And that concludes Gas or Get Out with Brahkruz and Kane'ohe.
Wow, that was good. Guys, we have Korean barbecue that we're trying to get to after this, by the way. So we're trying to gas over to some Korean barbecue. But hope everybody's enjoying this episode. That was a fun segment. It's usually presented by Texaco Hawaii, but I don't know if I'm allowed to say that segment
cut
was
it
presented by Texaco in Hawaii.
This specific one is not
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah. Some a cool fact about Texaco in Hawaii, because people see it and they're like, oh, oil, you hate the environment. Texaco Hawaii is,
I'm ruining the set. Sorry.
you know they're the only local gas station.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You know, my dumbass thought this was from Texas just because it said Texas.
Yeah, they're owned and operated by Island Energy LLC, and they're one of the biggest employers. I think they employ about 90% of their workers over here in Hawaii.
That's
and like
crazy.
the people operated out of Hawaii. So like Aloha gas station, Hele, that's not local.
They're not the ones that put the gas in the Red Hill tanks, right?
No, I don't think so. If I'm pretty sure not.
Sponsored by.
Yeah, I hope not, because it's gonna be rough for us. But yeah, no, they work with a lot of the local influencers. They sponsor a lot of the local events. Yeah, and a lot of their workers are all local. So, but people don't realize that because they don't take the time to read the whole thing.
Well, that's because people will be people.
Yeah. Okay. So before we get into all like the bill stuff and maybe more political things, I do want
Can
to
I kneel in the middle of this?
like Tebow kind or
No,
like
Kaepernick.
Oh, okay. Sure. Yeah, go ahead. If you're not watching the feed. Oh, okay.
Cheers.
I thought I thought you
Cheers to
act-
comfortable.
Yeah, he couldn't make
I
it
got
off.
up. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go to sleep
Yeah.
now. Sorry, guys. On the next side.
Okay, I do want to ask you, because I asked all my guests this, what is the meaning of keep it aloha to them in their life? How do you keep it aloha?
Don't kill the guy that cut you off, or call him out, or yell at him. It's not worth it. Even if he's haole, even if it is James that you happen to be with, and I'm in the passenger seat because he has his permit and he's driving my car, and I looked at him and I told him, "You saw that car. I don't know why you did that." And he threw his little half-ass fucking wave like this, and you're like, "Fuck, dumb fucking haole." That's not aloha, and that's not how you keep it aloha. So yeah, don't beat people up that cut you off in traffic.
That's a really good answer.
I know that's something like 90% of the people go through. Like, oh, it's
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's fine. You're gonna get there. He didn't hit you. If he hit you, it's a different story.
Yeah.
It's a whole different thing.
Yeah, and we talked about it in one of our past guests too, just like cutting people off. Like if somebody cuts you off, they didn't do it to spite you. Like you've done it to many people before.
No one's perfect.
Yeah, and on accident, you weren't thinking. Maybe you just didn't look.
Or
you didn't see them.
You did do it on purpose because you saw the Punahou sticker and you look and you're like, that's a fucking jackass Tamua that keeps telling people that King of Him is. Beep. What's he gonna do? Get out and tackle you? He doesn't play football anymore, bro. He has a fucking podcast now. He's a comedian.
Do you know him?
Who?
Tumua?
Who's that?
All right, so the next question. You should go on his podcast.
Oh God, it's
That'd
gonna
be
be
funny.
worse.
It's gonna be funny.
Worse.
Yeah, you did a bunch of stand up recently, yeah?
I was getting into that a little bit, like at
Yeah.
the middle, like last year towards the end.
And how do you like it?
That was fun.
Mhm.
I think I could be pretty funny, but it's edgy.
Yeah,
It's definitely there.
I saw some of
People
the
laugh.
clips. Yeah,
So I mean, like that's the kind of humor I want to do. Like Hawaii doesn't have people that do the dark humor. They have the
I like dark humor.
Tamuas. They have my boy Tamua. Not saying you're not funny, my boy. I'm saying your content or that kind
It's
of
safe
comedy
and
is
clean,
like,
yeah.
it's for everybody.
yeah.
I'm trying to talk that shit where you go, wow.
Like Matt Rife kind.
Yes.
You're trying to get canceled.
Yeah. Well,
But then-
not
but-
really, but yeah.
But then a lot of people still like him.
Yeah.
Basically,
you just have to be
I
funny.
think he got canceled by women.
And then Matt Rife. I watched this thing. He's not even that funny, dude.
I thought he had some pretty funny clips.
Maybe I didn't watch the entire thing. I watched what people were trying to cancel him.
Oh,
on.
I didn't
Like,
see his special.
it wasn't
I just saw
even-
random clips
it wasn't
on
even
social
bad.
media.
I've heard worse.
Yeah,
But like, it ties into everything we talked about earlier.
yeah. People don't have enough problems, so they had to find problems.
One of the jokes was like, did the Queen, or they say in the history books they teach us that the Queen gave up the land peacefully back then. Did she though? What Hawaiian girl like that isn't violent?
I I remember that one clip you asked with Emma.
Yeah.
He's like, do Hawaiians use 100% of their brain or something like that? And she's like, yeah.
I got her ass, bro.
Yeah.
I love you, Emma. I love Emma.
What
so
was the question? Okay, I'll be Emma. Try to ask me. This is how it went down.
Wait, you were Emma?
Yeah, because she just said like,
I
yeah.
was like, oh,
okay.
so you think that so like back in the day, Hawaiians use 100% of their brain?
Yes, of course. Hawaiians are so smart.
Then how did they get overthrown? Dude, that's because like, yeah, like in my head, I'm always like, we're talking in the podcasting about the next thing, and I was like, there's no way she just fucking said that to me. And I was like, I got you, my boy. You're done. We're all done after
Yeah.
this.
Well, I think a big part of what you do is just playing devil's advocate. Like in that sense, it's like, okay, Hawaiians are smart. Yes, we're one of the most literate nations. How do we get overthrown if we're that smart?
So the context of that
Mhm.
conversation was basically, what was it? I was thinking about like if you're able to be like metaphysical, basically, if you had like you'd be able to use like magic or
Okay.
be like, and then back in the day, that all the stuff that like the Hawaiians knew then, maybe like they used way more of their brain than we do now. And that's when I was like, oh yeah, so you think that they use 100%? She's like, yeah, I think they had it all. It was her wording. It was her fucking sentence of, I think they had it all figured out. I'm
Oh,
like,
that's what it was. Yeah.
no, they didn't, my friend.
Yeah.
No, they didn't.
Well, I think we like to put our history up on a pedestal and think like it was so perfect back then. People were speaking Hawaiian. We had we had our own currency. We had a very literate nation.
The Kaladala.
Yeah, we had the ahupua'a, like all of that. But I'm sure there was a lot of things that were wrong that we just don't know about.
Well, I mean, and there's also a lot of things wrong if you go back to fucking ancient Hawaiian days.
Yeah, I mean,
what the fuck was that?
How did we unite the island?
I'm talking about like before that. You know how bad shit was? I was reading about it. My friend Sage, shout out to Sage, sent me the Antiquities of Hawaii. It's a book that I don't know.
Wait, you know how to read? That what?
Only when it's in Olelo, Hawaii.
Oh, okay. I might cut you.
But yeah, he sent me. It was like a book of Hawaiian antiquities. I don't know if you ever seen it. I don't even know.
Okay, I don't know.
But like, it's all basically describing like the old Hawaiian stuff, like the ancient stuff about like, oh, if you walk in my shadow and I'm gonna leave, you fucking die.
Oh,
Or
yeah,
if you're
yeah,
walking
yeah.
like at level of me when I'm walking and I'm gonna leave, you die. If you fucking crawl, you need to crawl. If I'm talking to someone here, you need to crawl back because if you don't, you die.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you eat in the same house as a fucking woman, you die.
Yeah,
or
the whole
you do this,
kapu
you
system.
die. There's a lot of dying. There's a lot of people getting fucking killed.
That's true.
So it's like, yeah, and then you go into more down and like, yes, it took. This is what I asked. I would ask you right now. What's the difference between America overthrowing places for the sake of unification and Kamehameha doing the same exact thing? Is there a difference?
Mhm.
I mean, I know he's Hawaiian, but the Hawaiian did work with a white man to help him kill Hawaiians, which led to the unification of the islands.
That's a good point.
So, I mean, I know it wasn't like genocide or whatever, but
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
you kind of
It wasn't like Nazi Germany. Like,
you're
let's
really a great guy.
Yeah.
Should we really have statues of you, my boy? Like, I don't know. I just like to think about stuff like that.
That's good. That's a good thing to think about. This is a good topic of conversation because I never heard of that. I never thought about that perspective. Because, yeah, we have all these idols. And to somebody, it could be a hero. And to somebody, they could be a villain. I mean, people followed Hitler. That's an extreme example, but...
All right, I'm going to say something that's going to be super controversial.
That's fine.
And this cancels me. Whatever. I said worse shit before in my life. I don't care anyway. So Hitler used his motherland and his like pride for his country as like his thing, right? That was what he used.
They wanted to make like the perfect race or something.
Which is crazy because he didn't have what he wanted, right? But like he wanted to make that. But like the thing that was his thing is like he was like, oh, Germany is the motherland and we need to protect Germany. And then somehow, with what he did, with the propaganda he had and the way he was with his speeches, he swayed an entire people to be hated. One race, an entire race. It's fucking made people hate that race. Using some kind of technique, using that technique, if you say you could like use that for something not negative, and this might sound crazy, I don't know. But what if you could you do the same way, but for like something positive? Like instead of using that, whatever he used, that strategy to make everybody hate Jews, can we use that same strategy, but like reverse the concept and make like people stop hating a certain race? Question mark.
Like have everybody love cops and stuff.
Yeah, well, yeah, I love cops.
Yeah.
My friend's a cop.
Yeah, I saw you post about it.
But I mean, like, yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's just like my brain's weird. I have weird thinking patterns. And that's one of the things I thought, like, bro, you could use that. Bro, if he made a whole bunch of people hate a race, you can make stop hating
I think there are traits about certain people, even the villains, that you can
use
admire
apply it to,
or try to use. I mean, because that's a good point. How did he get so many people to follow him?
That's what I'm saying. They hated it, and it's just because this one man said so.
I know.
It wasn't a group. It was one single person.
But see, that's the thing. As what I was saying earlier, the first half was this: people are waiting for direction. Like people are waiting for someone to tell them what to do. And that's why when
no hoi lalo.
yeah, or it's like go to the capital, be Hawaiian, be sovereign. Like people are just waiting to be told what to do, and it's weird. And then if somebody says something that you just don't agree with, they're just like, you're wrong, canceled. It's like it's so weird.
This all ties into the stuff we've been talking about, honestly. Yeah, it's just the way things are, sadly.
Yeah. I just remembered what I was gonna say before the shishi break.
What was it?
Jordan, you wanna take off your headphones?
Oh God.
I remember the thing that I was gonna talk about is that you said he was telling me like how people are offended about certain things, but it's usually not that like group of people that's offended. It's the outside. For example, yeah. So if like somebody's wearing like a Mexican sombrero, it's the Karen that's like, oh my gosh, that's so offensive. How could you do that? And then for the most part, this is a generalization, the Mexicans or whoever, they're like, oh, that's awesome, super cool. But it's usually the person who's not that race that gets offended. Same with like in Hawaii, a lot of times it's like the people who aren't even that ethnicity. You want to go answer that?
Oh no.
Oh, you can.
I'm not.
Yeah. It's the people who's outside of that group of people that get offended for that group of people.
Pretty much.
Yeah. And I thought that was a good perspective.
That was kind of just that's dumb. I mean, I don't know. That goes into a whole thing. I've read about like people having, I don't know if this is an actual term, white guilt. It's these white people that feel like they've been told so much or learned that like white people did all this bad stuff, so that they need to kind of be like the helper. But like at the end of the day, I don't think anybody really gives a fuck. And I mean, like, that's not really your place anyway to begin with. As it, like, yeah, if you're not, kind of like you said like earlier, if you're that certain race, you could probably poke fun at that race because like you're a part of it. That being said, if you're not a part of the race, then should you even have an opinion? Or you can have an opinion, but is it really like valid in the eyes?
Like, is it your battle to fight?
Yeah, you know?
Yeah, because like there are people, like local people, Hawaiian people, who honestly probably don't even care or know the history of Hawaii. Like, be like at somewhere and somebody's like, a white person, somebody visiting, they're like, man, that's so sad that I just learned the history of Hawaii. It was overthrown, blah, blah, blah. You couldn't speak Hawaiian. That's so sad. And then it could just be a local brother who's like, so are you going to order? Like, what are you going to get from Zippy's?
Thank you for giving me my next good idea. Oh, we got Moanis right now. I don't know what the fuck you expect from me, lady.
Yeah, so like there are people who are just like, it doesn't bother them that that's our history. You know, not everybody, and I don't think everybody has to care. I think everybody has a kuleana if you're a certain, very minimal stuff. Like if you live here, respect the land, respect each other, treat people right. But you don't have to learn Hawaiian. You don't have to. You should know a little bit about the history, I guess. But
wait, weren't you the guy that said that you needed to do that stuff to be Hawaiian? Don't backtrack on me now, boy. We need them to be more Hawaiian. They need to eat more poi and stuff.
If you watch the whole episode, people would understand. And Aloha brought it up on the last episode. Say he went back to watch the whole episode and he's like, oh, okay, he understood the context. But yeah, what I was not saying that you need to have a whole checklist to be Hawaiian. I'm talking about a specific person who uses Hawaiian to their benefit.
No, yeah, I don't.
To be like, oh, I'm Hawaiian. I'm like, okay, so what are you doing that makes you Hawaiian besides having a drop of blood and saying you go to Kamehameha?
Well, if I yell out AO like every 5 minutes,
then yeah. And like you said, if you have a gold chain, if you drive a lifted Yoda, if you have a fluorescent T-shirt, then yeah, you're Hawaiian. Yeah. So some stunner shades. The tribal tattoos, yes. Yeah.
Those each thing is like an item that increases.
It's like when you're playing a video game.
Yeah,
you like level up.
Boost your stats.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
So it's like the chain, depending on the thickness, is what determines the percentage. The tattoo, like who did you get it from? Because if you got it from some Chinese guy from Waikiki, it probably won't be the same amount of Hawaiian percentage as if you went to some Kane'ohe.
Yeah, or if you beat up somebody for that gold chain, it's like defeating a boss and you get the loot.
It's also probably considered aggravated robbery and assault.
If you don't get caught, though, your evasiveness goes up.
You just take the police around on a island-wide chase.
Yeah.
In a, what was it? A Kia?
Honda Fit.
Sponsored by Honda Fit. Are you trying to get away from HPD? Well, this Honda's fit for it. Bam.
All right, so we've joked around a lot, and hopefully people are taking this with a grain of salt. But I do want to get a little bit serious, or dive into a more serious topic of Bill SB 2617. 617. Okay, which do you want to explain to people what it is?
What is that?
I'm
fairly new to that.
It's a bill that
the tampon one.
No, that's not though. It's also not the one to pass National Kimchi Day. No, it's not that either, because apparently we have more important things to worry about.
So basically, the gist of it is banning foreigners from buying real property in Hawaii. That's like, there's a lot more and it gets deeper, but like that's like the overall thing that people are supporting.
Yeah, and I know people were confused. I saw comments saying like, oh wait, so if I'm not from Hawaii, I live in the continental US, I can't buy land here. No, it's just about foreigners, like who aren't American, or who have US citizenship. Because, and the problem with that is because most of these high rises and all these like big plots of land that are bought are from like Chinese investors and like these big foreign entities.
Konnichiwa.
Very, very Chinese of you
to say. Chinese, it's all good.
Yeah. But that's the problem. And then it increases the cost of living for people here. And there's these bidding wars where people are coming in with straight cash, and us locals can't afford that stuff.
Do you think that if they put all the people trying to have a bidding war in the same room, it would just be like, oh, yeah, and there's people throwing fucking yen around?
Well, I'm happy you didn't say ching chong. That's progress.
It was in my head for the last 5 minutes, but thanks for being the guy to do it.
Well, I saw your story post.
I don't know what you're talking about. He deleted that. He was like, wait, and I'm like, yeah, no, maybe not this one exactly.
Yeah.
I believe his words for, and this is a quote, so don't kill me or whatever. This is a quote from my friend C. Diesels. He said, and I quote, "Oh, so I can be Ching Chong, just not from Ching Chong land," unquote. That is the great C. Diesels, who can fucking bench like 550 pounds, probably. I don't know. He's big.
So you probably don't want to.
in a race, though. He'll beat you in a race, Cody.
He skips leg day.
I don't know. I don't look at his legs.
Okay.
Now that I think about it, he doesn't ever post his legs.
Does he have legs?
Are you in? Does C. Diesels not have legs? Top 10 things that I found out today.
Who is this C. Diesels guy? But I think it's a great bill. I saw you went to the Capitol to oppose it with another brother of ours, Aloha. Brendan called me up the other week to say to go to the Capitol when he was going to announce it. And he had a nice video that everybody reshared on social media announcing the bill. And then they had to vote on it recently. But there was so many people that testified that they had to push it back. So going there, because obviously you support it. Obviously, all Hawaiians should support it. You said, like, if you don't support it, you're probably anti-Hawaiian. Which, I mean, you ain't wrong. Like, why wouldn't you want that
in
bill?
the interest of, like, the Hawaiian people, what, you know what I mean? What makes you think that opposing the bill is something that Hawaiians want when's the last time there was that many testimonies for a bill? I don't know. I don't really keep track of this up until this point. But it sounds like it was a lot.
In our knowledge, not our lifetime, in our knowledge, it's the most ever. It's the record.
Yep. So statistically speaking,
Yeah,
this bill should pass because the government's supposed to be for the people.
exactly.
Apparently. So if that being said, if it doesn't pass, yes, the system's just failed again.
And it seems like it's futile sometimes because
It does in the grand scheme.
it makes so much sense, and then they deny it. Like Brenton's been trying to put like so many bills through, and they just keep denying it, and it's like it could be pettiness because maybe he voted no against somebody else's bill, or I don't know. There's other players that we don't know about. Trying to they have sway in the votes.
Yep.
There's so much that goes on. So I hope it passed, and it would be the right thing to do because a lot of places do that. I think
There's like a
Canada had a problem because a lot of Chinese investors were buying up land. I don't know if they ended up banning it, but I think Lanai talked about that on his podcast.
What is it? Al Medeiros was on there on the Zoom call, and he was fucking listing off all the states that have passed something like that.
Yeah. I think Florida recently
Florida was
passed
one
it.
of them. Florida, they're about their stuff a little bit probably. I don't know.
Yeah. But yeah, it doesn't make sense why it wouldn't pass unless.
Well, if it doesn't pass and there's something going on.
Yeah, right. And now we see it. Because even if it doesn't pass, we see it now. We're aware because with social media, it's being blasted online, and Brenton's just heading this whole movement where it's like, here are the people that didn't want to pass it. Like, this is your government working for you. Working for you.
Should be.
Yeah.
I'm ready to call out some politicians.
Yeah, and you might be getting into that space.
I might be one.
Did you want to make an announcement or something? I know you already posted it on social media. I didn't know if you're serious or not.
So I'm not officially doing it yet, only because I didn't realize how much actually goes into, not that I knew things went into it, but how specific they are with certain things need to be done exactly the way they need to be done, and deadlines need to be reached or you get fined.
Mm-hmm.
I'm planning on running for House of Representatives, District 49. I don't know why it's not District 44. It's District 49, which is Kane'ohe, to Maunawili.
Okay.
Part of them. I think actually their whole city. But yeah, that's the thing. It's and you need a team. You need a treasurer, a campaign manager. I think I can handle the campaign management part. Fuck, it's probably just doing this regular stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But the treasurer part was the hard part of you need to know how to file these reports, because if not, you get fined $1,000 fines and shit. And I'm not like those guys. I checked the guys. You're supposed to do those reports because they're public, right? The guy that I'd be running against has $140,000 in his fucking his fund.
Wow.
And I'm like, oh, I have zero.
I have $1.40.
Yeah, and then but I mean, yeah, I do want to run because, and I'm that's the thing too. I don't really know too much about that stuff, but neither did Brendan.
Yeah.
Brendan was a newscaster / teacher, and my boy said, hold on, I see that things aren't being done, so I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna hopefully get into a position where I can do that. It's been a year later now, and look at him, inspiring people like me to get the fuck, okay, we're going to make fun of the politicians. Now let's show up. And I know when I got there, I know they share my fucking videos around politics. I swear I saw them look, and they had that look on their face oh,
this guy.
And I'm like, yeah, it's this guy, my boy. I'm not going to sit here and yell at you in Hawaiian, but I'm going to make fun of you. Yeah.
I love that. I love that you decided to take action and actually do something and go beyond the realm of social media.
Yeah, because I mean, social media does help for things like that where you can, and I mean, 3:00 on a fucking weekday, who's gonna be there?
They make it like that on purpose.
You know you're doing that so nobody shows up.
Yeah, they're picking up their kids.
You put that on I mean, I know that those workers don't work on weekends, but you put that on a Friday afternoon at fucking 5:30, and I bet you'll see people all downstairs, lines going out the door trying to fucking come talk because But the testimony speaks alone, the written testimonies speak alone, that's something that the Hawaiian people want to be. And that's who I'm getting inspired from. Brendan inspired me. I went and I looked his whole story up. Wow. He just said, okay, they're not doing it. I'm going to put myself in a position to do it, and I'm going to do it. If I can find somebody that I can lock in for those things that I need, I'm full sending that shit. And I will go door to door in that whole entire, my section of Kane'ohe, Maunawili. We'll go to door, and I will do the canvassing, and I'm like, what's up, guy? My name is Brahkruz. Because did you know that on the thing you can put a nickname?
Oh, really?
So I was thinking that, like, I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to like try to transition into like using my actual name, and then I
Which
saw
we don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Nobody knows. You don't even know.
I just was born this way. But there's like a section where it says your name, and in parentheses you can put a nickname. So I looked at who they already had registered, and one guy's like nickname was Fresh. And I was like, oh, I could really put Brahkruz here.
Mm-hmm.
They let me fucking register with Brahkruz. This shit is done. I'm pulling at least half the percentage of the votes that I need from the social media alone.
Yeah.
Because
if they vote, though, that's the problem.
Well, that's the thing. Get the fuck out there and vote, bro.
Yeah.
Look, listen. I get it. Nobody believes in this fucking government system. Half of the Hawaiians I know don't even believe in it, period, because it's American. But some people still try to fight that fight at this level, at this fucking American US government level. Perfect example, Brenton. He's there, and this is literally history right now being made, and him showing that you can get somebody in there to tell them no to the shit that we don't need and try to say yes for what we do. Okay, so what does that mean? That means you could do it. That means he could do it. That means I could do it. So then we start to get more involved. You get me in, you get you in, you get him in. Now we got 4 guys that think the same way, that are pro-Hawaiian in their mentality. And that's where it starts to go. The kids start to watch me and they're like, holy shit, this guy's doing this now? They grow up, and hopefully, and theoretically speaking, that's where it should be. The cycle starts to go from there. And I made that post on my story where like, Brenton's getting me inspired. I do this, now I inspire somebody that's been on the fence about it. And now,
I love that. I'm ready to run through a brick wall right now.
Bro.
Yeah, let's go.
Way more charismatic than my fucking speech at the Capitol, bro. That shit was ass. I was so thirsty the whole time. And then like I was trying not to cough because it was so quiet. And then they're like, Josiah. I'm like, oh fuck. I was like, I think that this law is something that's going towards being pro-wine, and if you don't agree with it, you're out that wine. I support the bill.
Mahalo. See you later.
Bro.
I thought it was fine. I was straight to the point.
But yeah, and then I thought, you know what? I didn't need to do all the hype shit. There's a time and a place for that, but here's just what it is.
Yeah, and I don't think anything that we say is going to convince them. I think they've already made up their mind, but we can delay things to make them think more.
See, that's where it becomes, I think they would probably want me to be in office, because if I get in office, I can't do all the kind of crazy shit and say whatever I want. You fucking tell me that I'm not gonna, if I don't win, whatever, that's cool. Guess what? Now it's unhinged Brahkruz, unpolitical Brahkruz making his fucking statements, and you're going to hear it.
Yeah.
So either way, it's gonna be more a little bit political. Whether or not I run, I just want to get more involved with fucking helping out. Like, yeah, okay, we made fun of them for a couple years. They get it. Now we're gonna be in your face, either making fun of you or you're gonna hear us. And that's what I was telling someone else too. Like, yeah, no, the way they set up those bills, like, who's really gonna be able to go down there at a time like that on a weekday? If they had it on a day where everybody could, I don't think they'd be able to say no to shit, because let me tell you how that ends.
Also, they don't announce it. They don't do a good job at announcing it. We only knew because Brenton shared it.
And then like there's no Diamond Garcia just posted, I think, like a how to, because like you don't know, there's no explanation. You get to the site, fucking it's just there. You ever been on the Capitol? Yeah, you've been on, right? You did the testimony. It's like if no one tells you, you kind of like got to go out of your way to find where exactly the thing is.
Yeah, when I went, I saw Son of Wahoo Elijah, so that's how I was like, oh, okay, this is where I gotta go.
Yeah. So then there's no map. Yeah. There's the map with a bunch of like letters and numbers on it, but it's like you can see that they're keeping it not so like detailed, so that you kind of got to figure it out yourself. But if everybody on this fucking island figured it out, and everybody stopped bitching and complaining about, oh, the system doesn't work, and everybody just for one time, just for one day, even the people that don't believe in us being a part of America all come together, that's some unification they cannot fucking say no to.
Yeah,
I'll tell you
like
that.
A little uprising.
Like, and I mean that in a totally non-violent way. I'm not trying to pull a Trump and incite a fucking
We're gonna have
at the Capitol.
We're gonna have people, instead of those like Viking horn, it's gonna be like the
helmet,
helmet,
bro. So I was gonna make a hat for my thing, for my campaign. It was gonna be making all Hawaii united.
Again, make Hawaii united
No,
again.
just make all Hawaii united. Mahu.
Make all Hawaii united.
And you're just like, what does that hat mean? I'm like, it's a double meaning. It could be there or here.
That's funny. That's a good one.
But yeah, so that's that. That's how bad things are. That's how bad.
It's so bad that this guy is gonna be right.
The government system is so bad here that a literal fucking comedian from Castle High School is stepping up because nobody else wants to. Fuck yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Listen, if you're the other guy in District 49 that's there, I wish you well in the race. Be prepared to lose your position. He's a Japanese dude with a bunch of Japanese people in his pictures.
Oof.
And 60% of Kane'ohe, I believe, is Japanese when I look at the statistics of the voting thing.
Well, that's a silent majority that votes everybody in is the Japanese, the Asian people.
I've heard that. And then when I looked it up for my district specifically, I was like, oh, that's a real thing. So
it's the Punahou, Iolani, all those families.
So all I got to say to that is ni hao, my boy.
Public school.
Yeah. They're all kind of similar in language. I don't understand all of them.
Oh, you said ni hao. I thought you said ni hao. I was trying to understand why you said that. But ni hao ma.
That'd be crazy if we just started yelling, ni hao. Like, what the fuck does that even mean? What is he trying to say?
Well, I'm excited to follow along and see what's going on. There's only a few people that I actually like see videos a lot and keep up with. You're one of the accounts. So it keeps me updated with stuff. Yeah. My 80-day streak of Duolingo judges you hard in Japanese. Yeah.
I know one word in Japanese.
Use Ohio. That's
Hiroshima.
I wish I could say more in Japanese, but I can't. So
Katana.
Shinobi. Is ninja Japanese or is that an English word for shinobi?
We're gonna sneak attack your harbor. That's something that I think that Japanese people probably could translate.
I saw this super funny video on that. I'm gonna show it to you after.
Is it the one where the guy comes in the room?
Yeah. He's like, something your cousin, cousin, kamikaze. Like, what?
That was the funniest one I've seen.
That was a really funny video, and it's lighthearted. It's not inappropriate.
It's like perfect.
Yeah.
I seen one where it was a guy going. He's like, oh, the 80s called. They want your haircut back. He's like, haha. The 2000s called. The second tower has just been hit, and I was like, oh my god. And it was so like, it's just two high school kids. And I was like, oh, you caught me way off guard.
Yeah. I like those videos though that like you don't expect it.
Those are the funniest ones.
Yeah, those are funny. Like that Pearl Harbor one.
Like when all the Hawaiian people support a bill and the Hawaiian government's like, nah, we're good.
Your memes that you make are really funny too. The one you did recently with Kane'ohe, like the first person to buy cops. Oh, that's Carl.
Yeah,
You're quick with it too.
It's just sometimes I see things and like that's like my brain's always thinking about shit, not important things, not creative shit, but like creative shit, nothing like intelligent.
Yeah, are you able to make a living off of this?
I get money from it,
like sponsored or whatever, brand deals.
Nobody wants to sponsor me. They don't know. They might fucking get their company shut down.
That's true.
Can you imagine if I had a podcast with Texaco and Josh Green came on my show? The first thing would be like, "Welcome, yep, Josh Green, yeah." So what the fuck? What? Yeah, like, so what the fuck, bro?
What do you mean?
Are you sponsored by the guy that made that whiteboard? Because, like, you fucking use it a lot.
I don't know. I just like whiteboards.
That's, the Hawaiians are dumb.
I'm married to a Hawaiian, though, so it's fine.
Oh, this motherfucker. Is that what he says?
He's married to the Japanese lady.
That's probably what he uses then.
Maybe it's like, oh, I'm not racist. I have a black friend kind of thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly like that. He's like, what's up, my Canucks?
Imagine Josh Green saying that.
Do you think Josh Green does that? Like he gets home, he's like, babe, your people are being kind of fucking dumb again. She's like, oh, what now? And he's just like, they want to pass these bills to help them. Like, bro, seriously, get some fucking jobs. Get a career that pays well. Maybe you wouldn't be priced out of paradise. Fucking dummies. And she's like, babe, you gotta understand. I'm part Hawaiian. Like, So that kind of offends me. It's just like, fuck, well, just get over it.
Just get out.
Over it. Get out, or I'm gonna get out. I'm gonna leave you for a fucking more local chick. I'll meet at Moani's. And then that's when they get the 7th booster shot right after that. Thank you. Good shit.
That's a good bit.
Spoken word.
Yes.
Modern day poetry, my boy.
Yeah. Okay. Well, like I said, I'm excited to see where this goes and where your career turns. If not, we'll just keep seeing these videos, which I enjoy. Do you think that in the future you'll be doing this for like the rest of your life?
What is this? Like creating content,
Sharing, being part of the community?
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, this isn't a fucking you already know that the content creation isn't really like a phase. It's just like
It's not going away.
Yeah, I like to create stuff. As far as getting involved, I feel like that's gonna be something that I get. I've always wanted to be more a part of doing stuff, like having beach cleanups and park cleanups, and like fuck, I 4 this, 4 that. Like, okay, let me show you too.
Like I actually care about
But then
this
like
place.
I don't know about like what goes into doing all that kind of stuff. I don't really know if you need permit stuff, yada yada yada. But like one person just told me, bro, you just gotta pick a place, pick a time, tell people and do it. And I'm like, okay then. So that's why I'm gonna start doing stuff like that too. Cause yeah, like you should help your community when you can, if you have the chance to, if you have the free time. And like I said, fuck, 4 this, 4 that. Like, are you really though? That's why we went to go support like when those Castle kids had that thing for that teacher, they got busted for that fucking bullshit. We showed up because like the Castle kids is like my main demographic. And they're like, oh, like reaching out to me, and I'm like, I'll fucking come and support you how I can. I mean,
showing face is so important.
Community. Ironically, a lady from a district that's nearby our district that I thought I was in was like, oh, I'm a Castle alumni, go there, and I'm big support from the school. And I'm like, why don't you go talk to that athletic director that keeps fucking up? That's another thing I'm gonna handle when I get in. We're gonna talk about that. I'm gonna pull the Castle and be like, you know what? Are you listening? The parents and these teachers, or the parents of all these students throughout all these years from like way back till now, are still complaining about this one person, and there's no answer for it. So it's like, who's keeping track and holding people accountable for the things that they need to be doing?
You seem pretty confident. Like, were you ever insecure about anything?
Do we really want to get into that conversation?
It's up to you.
I've had like social anxiety, like really bad anxiety from like high school. This is a story. Take it however you want it to. I used to smoke a lot of weed in high school. Yeah, whatever. It's Hawaii. Surprise, surprise. It's still not legal here, but everybody fucking smokes it.
Yep.
And like a couple times towards the end of me smoking in high school, I got like real bad panic attacks. And I ended up having, which would later be found out to be like depersonalization, derealization stuff, where it's basically like you feel like you're not real and you feel like reality isn't real.
Wow.
So it was heavy. I had a bunch of anxiety. I didn't really go places because I would have panic attacks for like a couple years. Then I finally learned kind of like what I have and like stuff to like cope with it, to deal with it. Yeah, I used to be super antisocial too. Even before that, I'd have like my friend group. I wouldn't talk to people, shy, whatever. But yeah, I mean, eventually I learned more things to deal with it. And then eventually I just kind of realized that like it is technically all in your head, like anxiety and social anxiety. It comes down to you. Some people need medication to help with that. Some people need therapy to help with that. Thankfully, I was able to kind of just like figure it out for myself to get over it. But some people do need those things. Like it gets real heavy, like when you suffer from fucking anxiety, and like a lot of the times, like it's not really a thing you can see or tell. It's something that like somebody just feels on the inside. But yeah, I got over that with using like just kind of like like meditating, being more aware, and kind of just not letting thoughts like fly everywhere. And then yeah, now I'm this guy that doesn't give a fuck, and I'll talk in front of a crowd or be whatever, like because like I know what it feels like to be that.
Wow. And
I've been from the opposite spectrum all the way to now, where like to see people all the time, have these conversations with random people, because like I don't know, I kind of just got over it and just realized like it's all in your head.
I never would have guessed that.
Yeah, that's a heavy one, But
yeah,
like nowadays,
that's funny. I feel like that happens a lot though, because I had social anxiety not to that level, but like I'd sweat when I go out and like get super hot and nervous being around crowds and stuff.
I think a lot of people have that. A lot of people don't like to talk about it. This is a whole other thing that we're not going to talk about is mental health. People don't want to talk about that for some fucking reason. We can complain and talk about genders and all this other crazy shit, but nobody wants to talk about like how are people feeling right now? And this is especially important with kids. I saw a statistic that said like the suicide rate of like children here in Hawaii is like going up. I don't know if that's a real statistic.
It's probably has something to do a correlation to the pandemic, where like stunted growth and whatever. They weren't able to be social a lot.
Right, because that's a big thing.
Yeah.
When you're, like, So it's just like that's just important, and people need to be less afraid. Like if this is really this soft ass generation, then how come we're not letting like people talk more about the mental? And I'm talking about like, oh, I can't decide what gender I'm going to be today, but like, are you okay? Like, are you all right? Are there things fucking like?
Is it deeper than that?
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like, talk to somebody about shit. But yeah, so anxiety, not anxiety. Put me in front of a crowd. I'm still gonna be like a little bit nervous, but still gonna
you get over it. Yeah,
I'm still gonna fucking
yeah. Well, that's cool. I saw a little softer side of you.
Never gonna see.
You're so soft.
It's dead. I just killed it.
All right, cut that out. What about like ethnically, as like a Polynesian, like your identity is that? Like, do you see all these people online doing all these things for the lahui and learning Hawaiian and saying like, if you're like stuff like what we talk about the podcast, how does that make you feel? Mama Kakao.
Yeah, I mean, what was the question?
Yeah, like what with all this like pressure to be more Hawaiian and look more Hawaiian or do Hawaiian things.
I don't get that. Looking more Hawaiian is probably one of the fucking dumbest things I ever heard. Although I get it, I understand because people have that idea of what a Hawaiian is. I think it was Ikaika that just told me the other day. I think he just asked like, what do like I don't forget the exact conversation, but he basically said like, we are modern day Hawaiians. So what do we want us to fucking, what do you want the future Hawaiians to think back and go, oh, these fucking modern day Hawaiians? That's what you should be doing. Whatever you think that is, if you want to leave that legacy, whatever you're doing your day-to-day life now is what a modern day Hawaiian does. So leave your fucking mark. Or if you don't want to leave a legacy, don't. Be like one of those fucking what is the word for the commoners?
Maka'inana.
Yeah.
But they played important roles.
Everybody played a role. But sometimes there's no roles to play.
Yeah. Or your role just isn't meant to be over here.
Yeah, maybe it could be in communist China.
Yeah.
Knock, knock, Cody.
Cody.
It's the CCP. We're here to take your rights away. Wait, you're in China, motherfucker. You don't have rights.
Crazy. Wild. Just wild. All right. Korean barbecue sounds pretty good, so we'll start to wrap it up. I want to know what is something that you take a lot of pride in about yourself?
I take a lot of pride in not giving a fuck about anybody's opinion because at the end of the day, no one's opinion matters. Honestly, I mean, some people's opinions matter. Everyone have them, but like it doesn't affect anyone. It shouldn't affect anyone, and it comes down to you having a choice to let somebody affect you, whether that be like, oh, you always make me so upset, but like they're not making you upset. You're choosing to react that way. So I pride myself on just not like I like absolutely don't care. Like we'll do whatever. If we get canceled, we get canceled. Oh fucking well, I'm still gonna do whatever. But like, yeah, I think a lot more people should. The world would be easier if people just didn't give a fuck about other people's opinions. I think maybe we'd probably avoid wars. I don't know. just a quick thought.
Yeah, maybe if we didn't take things personally.
Yeah, like at the end of the day, like all this is just like it's life. Life is quick. Life is there, and then you're dead. Just fucking try to do right. Try not to be an asshole. It takes a lot. It doesn't take a lot to like not kill somebody or fucking send a nuke to another country. or like blow children up. It doesn't take that much effort to not do that. It takes more effort to do something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So like, you want life to be like chill and relax, don't kill people.
Don't kill people. This is a great advice for people. Just don't kill people, please.
Please stop killing people.
Killing people is not cool.
It's not pono.
Kindness is cool. Kindness is pono. Yeah. Killing people, it's not ono.
If I could go, unless it was Captain Cook.
Ooh, then I don't know. Was he
ono? It
ono?
tasted like disease.
He probably.
Is that where the diseases came from when we ate him?
That's a good point.
Yikes.
The disease came from our people being cannibals.
Hawaiian cannibals.
Was it just him that we ate, or we always ate people? I don't know the history.
What's history? I thought we were the Hawaiians.
Sorry, my bad. Her story.
Well, her story is that she told me to grab her a tampon because it's in my backpack. Yeah.
Facts.
I don't think Hawaiians are cannibals, but like
they just really wanted to teach this guy a lesson.
I mean, I don't know how factual that story is. I think it's more of like someone kind of said it and they're like, "Fuck yeah, that sounds cool."
Yeah.
More than we actually did that.
Yeah.
Don't know. I'm not a Hawaiian expert yet.
Is haole racist?
Is haole racist? Well, I don't think it is, but from reading through everybody's opinions and thoughts, it's the context. Because like, I'm like James is haole, okay. Or even like, you could use haole to describe people that aren't just
my mom's haole.
Yeah.
Yeah. My friend visiting, my black friend Doe's visiting me in Hawaii, he's a haole.
Yeah. And I know like people don't use it for people that aren't white, but like technically speaking, you could.
Yeah. Well, you acting like a haole.
Right.
That's
But if it's, bro, I just got done with this Keep It Aloha podcast, you dumb fucking haole, and you're fucking blocking my fucking car in, get the fuck out of here right now. Before I call Kamaka down here, if I come fucking pop you out, you dumb fucking haole. I call fucking Jordan to record it, and I'm gonna fucking narrate it with my mic. Then we're gonna steal your car, go on a joyride down the Haleiwa. Haole.
Eva.
Then that's kind of
Okay.
racist.
That's derogatory. Yes.
Yeah.
And it depends how you say it. Tonality and everything.
There's also tones, the words, but like at the end of the day, like it is just a word.
Mm-hmm.
Really.
Again, just let it bounce off of you.
Yeah, just boing.
Yeah, exactly.
Unless you're a big squishy.
Aloha armor. I use that term a lot, and you know who taught me that? Like one of my first quarter of all my podcasts, Brenton Owa, before he ran for office.
Is that the Democrat that's opposing the bill?
No, it's the haole guy from North Shore.
That one, yeah.
Yeah.
I have a quick question for you.
What's up?
If you could summon the ghost of the queen or one of the king Kamehamehas, what would you ask them if you had one question?
I would ask. That's a really good question.
Just the kind of random shit that pops into my fucking head, guy.
If I could ask, I'm just gonna go with Queen Liliuokalani because that's the top of mine. I would ask. I would like to know what her vision for Hawaii would be, like how she would expect the future of Hawaii to be before the overthrow, before people came in. I wonder what she was thinking, like the next couple years of Hawaii was gonna look like, because she cannot have imagined being trapped in her palace and giving up the Hawaii. So I think I'll ask what was your hopes and dreams for Hawaii?
I would have been like, what the fuck, bro? Really that easy? Just nah. Yeah, that's a good one though. No, but yeah, I'd probably it would have been cool to ask kind of close to that question. It's just what do you think Hawaii's gonna be like now that you're not gonna have it? What do you think this turns into? And see kind of I don't know, from somebody at that time, see do you think it's gonna be way crazy change? Semi change? But yeah, it's kind of just how my brain works.
That's crazy. That's a good question.
That's fun, yeah.
I'm gonna ask people that now, because usually there's a question if you could have dinner with anyone dead or alive, who would it be? but I never asked like what would you ask
This one's
them?
like, if you could bring them back.
Yeah, if you could use a forbidden jutsu from Orochimaru to bring back a dead person, what would you ask him? Yeah, I've been watching Naruto, so that's why I was.
Fuck yeah, I still never finished Shippuden.
Okay, I'm not even at Shippuden yet.
Watch it.
Yeah, but so you know what I'm talking about, the
Yes.
forbidden jutsu, yeah. All right. What is something you wish people knew about you that they don't?
That I'm Hawaiian.
I thought you said you weren't Hawaiian earlier.
Might have said some things. Said a lot of things in this podcast. Were you talking about Hitler earlier, man? Come on now.
I'm very curious how people are gonna take this episode.
Okay. Let's see. Fucking. I don't know.
What do you think people misunderstand about you, like when they see you?
Oh, that they think that this shit on the page is a joke, and then I'm not actually like this in real life. People see me and they're like, I mean, like, no, yeah. That's right. They're like, oh, you're kind of just like how you are. I'm like, yeah, I don't. But I think
Not
that's
an
just
act.
because people are used to meeting people that they see online are totally fucking different. I seen it firsthand. These influencers are fucking nothing like how they are. You're gonna get this dumbass, whether we're at Milani's, whether I'm at the park with my kid, whether I'm here, whether I'm on a video, or if I'm in the fucking courthouse. But I'm probably toning down a little bit.
Yeah, I got
You know,
it.
you gotta speak the language over there.
Sometimes you got to.
Just
Yeah.
this bill is fucking dumb.
Get out.
Get out. I oppose.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that because you are exactly like how you are.
I'm
On
just
the
fucking
videos.
characters.
Yeah. No, I love it though because that's authentic and that's what people like is authenticity. But okay, before we end the podcast, I want to know what is your life hack?
My life hack.
Yeah.
My life hack, like a hack for life.
Yeah.
Don't kill yourself. Really.
Do you want to expand on that or just?
Oh, we can expand on that. If you're feeling like life's too much or the anxiety is killing you inside, you feel like you don't have anybody to talk to, there's always somebody to talk to. And living is easier than killing yourself. Talk to somebody. Reach out to Kamaka.
Yeah.
I'll give you his phone number right now. I'll read it off. Reach out to me. Hungry Hawaiians always trying to help people out. Reach out to somebody. Don't got to be an influencer. Don't got to be, just talk to somebody. Talk to somebody. Because people don't want to talk
Get it out.
about their feelings and like they're scared to be vulnerable. And yes, I know you've seen the Omegle videos of me making fun of people and obliterating them into a different fucking dimension. But I also have compassion for people too. That's just jokes.
Yeah.
So yeah, don't kill yourself. Talk to people and people will be there for you. And if no one else is there for you, I'll be there for you. And that's my promise is Brahkruz, District 49, House of Representatives. Or whatever I'm running.
Vote for him. I don't know if I'm allowed to say vote for you because I think there's a rule like if you have political people on, then you have to give an equal amount of time to the other candidate or something.
Oh, well, I'm an unofficial.
So you're unofficial right now. Yeah. So if he does run, I would say vote for him. I think you'd actually be good because I know you would.
Here's my last thing on that.
Yeah.
So you could have this guy that went to fucking school for political science and got a degree in it, and you could put him in there, and he's not gonna know how to represent the fucking people because he's not a representative of the people. You could bring somebody like me who can watch his mouth when he needs to and tone everything down. I'll go in there. I'll do the same thing Brenton did. I'll learn exactly what I need to learn, and within this next year, my boy, we're gonna do some shit.
And that's on God because he went to Kasso, Kasso.
What a K, dog. Yes, sir.
So he can read.
I run this fucking.
He can learn. Okay, I just got my last fast 5 questions. These are just rapid fire answers. Favorite childhood snack?
Fucking yams.
Oh, those are good.
Dude.
I haven't had those in a while.
Morning, bro.
Chocolate or strawberry or vanilla?
Chocolate.
Okay.
Oh, fuck.
I'm a strawberry.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, I like all of them. I like all of them.
My sister likes strawberry.
Yeah. Okay, favorite TV show. Favorite TV show or movie?
Rugrats or The Godfather.
Oh, okay. Wow, totally different spectrums.
Mm-hmm.
Favorite Hawaiian word?
Ole. Aloha Hawai'i.
Don't speak Hawaiian. Okay, favorite place to go out?
Bro, Moani's every Friday and Saturday night. Drinks on you, though, not me. You're paying for both of us.
Right on. Favorite food in the 4-4.
KB bros, dog.
Okay, I gotta get there. I really Adela's has my heart. It's really expensive though.
Next time you come Kane'ohe, we're going KB
Okay,
bros.
KB. I don't know when that'll happen, but I'm down.
3 years later, so much has changed since Cruz has got in the office. Poke bowls are banned from Hawaii.
Everybody walks around offended at everything. Wow.
I don't know what timeline to happen in that, but it's all
Yeah,
good.
well, I'll be following. So maybe in a couple of years we'll have you back on and we'll see how much has changed and we'll compare these episodes together. But no, I just wanted to say mahalo for coming on and talking stories. I enjoyed talking stories with you and just talking crap and just having a good time. It doesn't always have to be so serious. So this is a good break for me from all the serious conversations that I have, even though we did talk about some pretty good stuff. But I think you have your own like humor to kind of make it a little bit more lighthearted.
Appreciate you for having me, my boy.
Yeah. Is there anything you want to share with anyone before we wrap up? If not, tell us where we can find you.
You can follow me at Brahkruz everywhere. Make sure you fucking get out and vote, please. Do your research. I don't give a shit if you vote for the other guy. Learn about it, read about it, and be a part of it. Also, what school did you graduate from?
I'm a Kaiser grad. Yeah. Okay, well, I was Hawaiian immersion all the years before from Big Island, Hilo.
You said Hawaiian immersion.
Yeah, I got him back. It was only 1 year at Kaiser, so I don't claim Hawaii Kai. I claim Hilo.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay,
That's cool.
all right,
Cool.
Okay, cool.
I'm back.
Well, mahalo Brahkruz for joining us on the Keep It Aloha podcast. Spread love, be kind to one another, and mahalo for listening to us today. We have new episodes every Thursday, so make sure you follow us and leave a review. I'm your host Kamaka, and remember to always keep it aloha. And if not, get out.
Yes.
Right on, let's get some Korean barbecue now.
I'm not gonna